Hi, my name is Sean Suter. I'm the director of xBox Clay. I'm that grizzled fellow on the right. You're watching a time-lapse of our production. We did the spot using stop-motion animation. I don't know why it's called stop-motion. I'd have called it start-motion because you start the motion, then you stop it. You know, you can't stop something unless you start it. Anyway, you position a figure, shoot a digital still, move the figure slightly, shoot again, and you do this frame by frame, each one taking about 30 minutes to shoot. So this spot alone took 3.5 years to complete. But in truth, this spot was loads of fun to make, and we hope you like it. The animation was done entirely with clay, no CG or special effects. We started with the Spider-Man clay sculpture first, and we had to put a rig up to support the web because it was so delicate. And then we quickly moved on to the pirate skull and crossbones because spiders scare me. For the skull, we shot that in reverse. We start with a finished sculpture, and then we break that back down. That was it for that day. We put a protective sheet over the model to keep it safe. Good night, Scully. Stay warm.
Thanks, and you stay warm yourself, Sean.
That's Lee with a hairdryer. He's a hippie. Say hello, hippie. So in the edit, we reversed it, so it built to the finished product. So before I broke that skull down, I had to make sure we had the shots we needed, or I would have one very angry sculptor on my hands. And the sculptor Len will curl up in a ball and sing "Row, row, row your boat" when he's angry, and it's really creepy, so don't get him angry. And now we're at about day 500 or something of the shoot, and by now my hair is fully grey. With Shrek, I actually sculpted forward to a rough shape of the torso, and then we replaced it with a finished model. That's Len, the sculptor, and he likes cats. He has 9 cats at home, each named after Santa's reindeer, except for the 9th one. His name is Disco. Len was on set to work fixes to the clay Shrek as we went along. Usually we lock everything down. We bolt the lights and the camera in place to maintain continuity from one shot to the next. But this time I decided to wing it, because I was feeling lucky. And here Shrek's arm fell off. I told him keep it together, and he just picked his arm up with his other hand and beat me over the head with it. You'll see me on the phone a lot. These are calls from the ad agency. Of course, there's always feedback and revisions to be made. Change this, change that. Actually, that thing we told you to change it back to the way it was. Or sometimes my wife would call. What? What do you mean a pipe burst? Why do I have to call the plumber? Can't you call him? But it's always you that ends up calling the plumber. Why did we use clay? That's a good question. Well, yeah, it's a good material to sculpt from, but you see, clay is magical. I mean that literally. It's made of magic. If you look closely, you can actually see those green balls of clay moving by themselves. Unicorns are magical animals, as we know, and underneath all that long, shiny white hair, they're actually made of clay. Yeah, at least that's what my producer tells me. This was a particularly long day, about 26 hours of work day. And then I went home, ate a dozen habaneros, and punched myself in the face. And when the lights go off, that's the end of our shoot. It was a lot of work, but I think well worth it. I think I still have green clay underneath my fingernails. I'm still scared of spiders, and I still have no idea why I'm a director.